Mercedes Vision EQXX. We are currently in Germany, where the Mercedes-Benz team is working to establish new benchmarks for the range and efficiency of electric vehicles using electricity. Advanced aerodynamics makes it possible for the Vision EQXX concept car to go more than 621 miles on a single charge. For example, a normal passenger car has a drag coefficient of about 0.3, while this concept car has only 0.17. The engineers also kept up with the latest trends and tried to make everything as good for the environment as they could. Bamboo, vegan silk, and materials made from mushrooms and cacti are used to decorate the inside. There is also a solar panel that, in ideal conditions, can add 16 miles per day to the car's range. Martini 6.0. The moment may have come to set sail, and ships like this will make it easier to explore the world's oceans and seas in the years to come. Servo yachts and shuttles worth of design showed off this 150-foot catamaran yacht with a unique way to keep it steady. The main feature is the 16-foot-long active suspension, which will keep you comfortable even in rough seas. The ship's electronic systems look at the environment in real time and make adjustments to the suspension so that the deck stays flat. There are already several versions of the yacht in the market. One of them has room for 10 guests and 11 crew. EQXX 50. The people who made this project are sure that it will be a great choice for private buyers because it combines a luxurious design with the latest technical solutions. The specs are impressive: a 500 horsepower engine, a cruising speed of 162 miles per hour, an 808 mile range, and room for 5 people. The British company Hill Helicopters came up with the idea for the helicopter, and Jason Hill, the head of the company, said the EQXX 50 is the first helicopter with a clean sheet of paper in decades. That's one reason why it's cheaper than other cars of the same type. The company is now taking pre-orders, and the first deliveries are set to happen in 2023. Hyundai Future Mobility Concept. Hyundai came up with this idea. At CES 2022, they showed what they thought the city of the future would look like and how people would get around. Robotics and the metaverse, a constantly active virtual space for different kinds of interactions, get a lot of attention. They also care about people who can't move around easily. The plug-and-drive modules will help them get out of the house and ride around the city. The dock at the pond has a special platform that makes it look like a bus. Vertical takeoff and landing vehicles will also be used a lot. The ultimate goal of the company is to create an ecosystem for the mobility of things. It means that people can move around cities easily, and it challenges the ways that people already move around. VeloX V. New speed records are being set with this and other bikes like it. The idea is to make a version that can only be moved by human power and that uses aerodynamics as much as possible. There is a lot of competition to get records. In 2013, the human-powered Dutch team got up to 83.13 miles per hour. In 2015, the Canadian team Aerovelo went even faster, reaching 86 miles per hour. In 2016, a model called EDA could go as fast as 90 miles per hour. Pilots get help from cameras and computers on board that tell them what to do at the right time. Carbon fiber is one of the materials, and the shape of the car, which is like a drop, means that the driver has to almost lie down like in a Formula 1 car. Alpine A4810 concept. We have also been surprised by the French. Alpine engineers and Italian design students worked together to show a concept supercar with a hydrogen engine. The model is called the Alpine A4810, and the numbers have a meaning. Mont Blanc, one of the most famous peaks in the Alps and the highest mountain in the EU, is 4,810 meters high. Mont Blanc is also right on the border between France and Italy. The model will not be sold, which is a shame. In reality, it's just a way to show off the skills of the next generation of car designers and to honor Alpine's past. The design is based on F1 cars and makes heavy use of carbon fiber. The color scheme creates a contrast that draws attention to the most eye-catching parts. Renault Ellypse Concept 2002. Another thing made in France, this time by Renault. Don't jump to conclusions about it just because it looks simple. There are some interesting design choices hiding behind it. The idea was shown to us in 2002, and it surprised us by having a clear roof that made the inside look bigger. There were seats that folded up so that the inside could be used as a lounge area, and the doors were different. There is no pillow between the front and back doors, which open in opposite directions. As a base, a Renault Clio was used, and some of the design ideas came from Renault Megane. It has a diesel engine of 73 cubic inches. As you can see, not all concept cars should be sporty, trimmed, and upgraded with powerful engines, because most people would rather buy a more comfortable and useful car. TCL CSOT. Take a look at this thing that Chinese engineers made. They make these displays that you can roll and twist. They're not very big. The OLED screen is only 0.08 inches thick and is 17 inches in size. There's also a small 6.7-inch AMOLED screen that can be expanded to 7.8 inches with a single tap. The cost of making these products has gone down by about 20%. Which bring us closer to putting them on a large scale. Smartphone manufacturers say that the market potential is huge, and that by 2025, smartphones with flexible screens will be 80% more profitable. Panther KF51. Germany's engineers, or Rheinmetall's engineers specifically, speak up. They talked about the idea behind the new KF51 Panther tank. At the moment, we don't know exactly what this vehicle is like, and the model shown at the European Safari is more of a display of technology. But the company did share some information. The tank will have a smooth ball gun, L52, with a 5-inch barrel. It has a 7.62mm machine gun that can be controlled from a distance. The crew will be able to control Hero 120 kamikaze drones with a range of about 25 miles. About 130,000 pounds is how much the tank weighs, and the model is made to fit the NGV architecture, which means that all tank systems are connected to a digital network that all crew members can use. Yacht V2. We keep going on our tour of Europe. Our next stop is in Italy, but Lazzarini, a design studio that our regular viewers already know, has a better idea for an amphibious yacht. It can move on the water as well as in the air. In both cases, it will be helped by two 555-foot shells that look like airships and 8 950 horsepower electric motors. Solar panels will be used to power them. The people who made this project think that the boat's top speed in the air will be 115 miles per hour and just over 6 miles per hour on the water. There are 10 rooms with big windows, a dining room, and a lounge for guests. Pearl Suites. Let's visit the Lazzarini Design Studio in Italy one last time before we leave. This time, we're going to look at some apartment buildings that float on water and could be great for resorts. The units are called Pearl Suites, and the standard version has everything you need for a comfortable stay. The 237 square foot space has a terrace, a bathroom, a toilet, and a studio bedroom that can be changed into something else. The part of the roof that is made of photochromic glass folds down so that you can sunbathe in comfort when the weather is nice. There is also a small electric motor for moving around. Flowspace Pod. The next thing is a plan from Microsoft. They showed what the workplace will be like in the future. The idea won the prestigious Red Dot Award for design, and it's easy to see why the committee was so impressed. Their idea is that the work pod will help people work more efficiently in large offices. Classic partitions can be replaced by the side sections with loudspeakers, and the back part is easy to take off. Also, the pod changes to fit the position of the worker. For example, some of its parts are moved to make the screen easier to use. This is made possible by a patented system of sensors and cameras, as well as the fact that the screen can be touched. Nuclear-powered Sky Hotel. The idea that you're seeing on your screen is a bold new nuclear-powered design for a flying hotel that never lands. Some of the things that the Sky Cruise project has are 20 engines, space for up to 5,000 people, and the ability to dock with regular planes. The idea stands out because it is completely self-controlled. To put it simply, humans don't need to be pilots. There will be swimming pools, a shopping mall, movie theaters, gyms, and other things for people to do. But online commenters aren't sure. One of them said that if physics and aerodynamics didn't exist, this ship might be able to take off. The Huntress. The following comes a rendition of a vehicle that appears to have been taken directly from the set of Transformers. The Chinese designer Connery Zhu made it. The model is surprisingly creative and is made for two people. Each wheel can move on its own, and each has its own suspension. There is room for a spare tire between the back wheels. The front wheels are also interesting because they can be turned around to make another set if needed. The engine is electric, and the car looks like a mix of the Batmobile, cars from the Dakar Rally, and game cars. Do you think that this is how SUVs of the future will look? Or do you think there will be something more interesting? Matthieu Tarrit Polar Vehicle. Now let's look at another strange item. This time, it's a polar exploration vehicle that can do more than one thing. At the front of the concept is a fully functional tractor unit, and in the middle, there are sections for living and doing research. The sections can be put together in different ways, making a small research station. The author's idea is that the car will be powered by an electric engine that runs on fuel cells. On the roof, you can put different kinds of things like solar panels. The project was made with the help of the International Polar Foundation. It not only meets the needs of the scientists, but it also fits with the trend toward being good to the environment. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and notification bell buttons.